everyone, welcome back to our channel. Ruth here, and in today's video I'm excited to share with you how to market your business in 5 easy step-by-steps. Let's get started. Number 1. The first step is to identify your target customers. Now it's important that you know who your customers are, what's the demographic, how old are they, where are they located, what do they like, what do they not like, what's their hobby, what do they normally do like on a weekend, where do they normally go for their social events, etc. So obviously it's going to depend on the type of marketing that you're looking at doing, but for example with Facebook ads, it's actually got a very clever, they call it a interest targeting. So you can actually target the interest, the demographic, etc. And if you've done Facebook advertisements before, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Plus, you can actually find out the location of your target customers. But before you actually start your marketing, you need to actually identify who your target customers are. Is it a niche? Are they based on this location? Is it the broad general public? Are they kids? Are they teenagers? Are they between 20 to 30s or 30 to 40s? Or are they above 50s? So you need to actually identify and know who your customers are so that you can effectively target your marketing channel. Number 2, know yourself. Now it's important that you also understand and know exactly what product or service that you're providing. Now obviously you know the products and the service you're providing, but more so if we take a little step deeper, if you can identify and say, hey, how am I different from someone else? Am I the cheapest product in the locality, or do I sell a high ticketed item with a better quality? So sometimes the thing is, you may not necessarily be the cheapest, but you could be providing a very, very good service, like a professional service that is of such a high quality that your customers will not mind paying a premium price. For example, a couple of years ago, I started a business and we decided to go, as a boutique type of service. We wanted to do very, very well in the services that we were providing. And instead of appealing to every single customer, what we did was we actually charged a premium price, but we spent a lot more time on each of our customer. And the amazing thing was, in a matter of about 3 years or so, we were nominated as the #1 service provider in that sector, in 2 localities here in Australia. And that's because that's our branding, so we know ourselves, we're not the cheapest, but we will do our best and will provide the best service possible. So my question to you is, what about you? Is it a competitive price product, or is it a high quality product? Whatever it might be, you need to know yourself, because that's actually how you're going to brand and prepare for your marketing funnel. Number 3, identify your USP. Some call it unique selling point, whereas others call it unique selling proposition. So really, you need to be able to identify what is unique about your business. What's the one thing that actually distinguishes you from other businesses? Why are you different? And if a customer comes to you and say, why should we choose you over the other person, down the road, which is, half price? Then you need to be able to actually answer that question and say, well, because we provide A, B, C, and D, and whereas other businesses may not necessarily provide those service, or their product might not have this particular feature or function. So I think it's really important that you identify your unique selling point. And if you haven't got that already, it's time for you to really think about what you can do to make your product or your service a little bit more unique, so that you can actually stand out and have that competitive advantage. Number 4, identify the pathways you wish to market. So this is the fun part, right? This is where you go, well, do I stick a flyer on a notice board? Do I pass out leaflets? Do I put my business on say Google? Google My Business on Yellow Pages. So here in Australia, we've got different ones like Yellow Pages and 3 Best Rated, etc. Or do I go on social media? Are you going to be utilizing Facebook, Instagram, paying an influencer? And if so, you need to be able to understand how each of these work. Because for example, on Google, Google Ads, they've got, you can't, you can just post an ad, but the thing is, it has to work. So what's going to work? Well, the keywords, you need to be able to identify the keywords and then study the data and see which keywords working out for you, which ones are actually wasting your money. Because the thing is, once they click, most times you'll be paying for that click. So if the person or the demographic who is clicking on it is not the right people, it's not your targeted customers, then you want to actually review and go, you know what, this is not the right one. So you might have to change your keyword. So I think it's important that as a business owner, we have an understanding as to how marketing works. Even for myself, I actually did a Facebook course, and I started, this is a couple of years ago now, I ran another business in affiliate marketing, and you have to actually understand the policy of Facebook, how not to get your ad shut down, etc. So it's important to know some of everything. You might not necessarily have to know everything, especially if you are delegating or paying someone to be marketing those products. But I think it's important that you can actually read the data and ask questions and see if your marketer is actually doing the right thing or if they're draining your resources. So identify the pathways you wish to market and then see which one works. And I would say whichever you think will bring the most customers, cast your nets wide, see which one works, and then from there revamp. And finally, the 5th step is to take action. You might want to just post it online. You might want to just go ahead and pay an influencer or do a product endorsement, whatever it might be. Take action, and then from there review it on a consistent basis to actually see if that particular marketing funnel works. If it doesn't, cut it off. If it works, begin to scale it and be consistent in your marketing. So I hope that was helpful today with 5 easy steps to market your business. I hope you enjoyed the content of today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. And before you go, would you be so kind to hit the like and subscribe button so we can keep you motivated? And you know what? It's going to mean the world to me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.